Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to take you on a book shopping adventure. And we are going to be going to two Goodwill stores that I tend to get a lot of books at in my local area. And these are two places where I just find the most for my money, and I tend to frequent them maybe once a month. I'm starting to get a little bit better about not going all the time anymore. And we're going to go shopping and see what we can get. But I wanted to kind of show you what types of things can be available at your local Goodwill. And yeah, so I thought it would be fun to show you just a day in my book shopping. That's kind of a normal, typical type of book shopping for me in my local area. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay, so we are at one of the two Goodwills that I have close-ish to my house. This one isn't super close, so it's something that I kind of visit when I'm already out this way doing something else anyway. I don't usually come out here just to go to Goodwill, but it is smaller, so they have a smaller selection of books. So this one doesn't usually have as much. I can get through it a lot faster, but I have found some good ones here. So we are going to go ahead and go in. Okay guys, so I found 3 books. See, like, selection or not, you know. So I picked up The Cellar, and this is by Natasha Preston. Yes, I've heard things about this, but not a lot. I've seen people talking about it, but not like reading and reviewing it. So I guess we'll see how this goes. But this was actually, I think originally, I don't know if this was on Wattpad, kind of like the after book is, or if she just got her start on Wattpad. I'm not sure which one. I don't know the details behind that. And I watched Lindsay's book haul today, her spring book haul, and she hauled this, and then I saw it in here and I was like, ah, crap, I'm gonna have to buy it. And so I got The Hideaway by Lauren K. Denton, and it's I think it's a dual timeline type thing where a woman goes and her family owns like a bed and breakfast or something, and she's got to go like take care of things, I think, somehow, or they're closing it or something like that. But it sounded like, when Lindsay talked about it, I was like, oh, that sounds kind of good. So I got it because, you know, I found it. And I got a nonfiction. Okay, this is called I Killed. This is true stories of the road from America's top comics. And I mean, we're talking Chris Rock, Jay Leno, Mike Myers, Paul Reisner, Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff Foxworthy, Tom Arnold, Ron White, Drew Carey, Brett Butler, Carlos Mencia. Like, I know all these people, every single one of them. And then there's other comics in here as well. This is compiled by Rich Schneider, which I've heard that name before, and Mark Schiff. So, true stories from the road. I love stand-up comedy. That's something I don't talk about very often. I did talk about going to see Kevin Hart recently. That was my husband's Christmas gift. But my husband and I love stand-up comedy. We love just turning on a comedy special on TV and watching and just laughing our butts off. We've been to a lot of comedy shows. We've seen a few people. It's just something that we really enjoy doing together. So I thought that would be a fun read for sure. And obviously it's going to be really funny. So I grabbed that one too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to my other Goodwill, which is the main one that I go to normally. Last time I went, I didn't find anything that I wanted, so I guess we'll see how today goes, but I figured I'd at least show you what it is, and if I don't pick anything up, it's fine. But it's been a few weeks since I've been there, so maybe there'll be something interesting. But this one has a much bigger selection. It's an entire corner of books, so I'm going to head over there now. Okay, we are at the other Goodwill that I frequent more often. So we'll see if there's anything in here that I haven't seen yet, or anything that's new that has popped up. Maybe people have been spring cleaning. That'd be awesome. So we'll see. This one can be, while it's, I don't know, it's interesting because it is a bigger selection for sure, because it's a bigger area for books and stuff, and they usually have it pretty stocked. But I don't always find something, so we'll see. But all right, let's go inside. All right, guys, so yeah, they had some new things, and I got some things. They did have a lot as well that I showed you that were just examples of what you can find at Goodwill. You know, like they had The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, and just some like really popular books and popular authors and stuff. You can almost always find that kind of stuff there. So I showed you that kind of stuff. Obviously, I didn't pick them up. I already have most of them. But what I did pick up, the first one that I grabbed is The Dark Days Club by Allison Goodman. And this is a fantasy book, but I don't remember exactly what it is. But I've heard really good things about it. And I know there's a second one. I don't know if it's just a duology or if it's supposed to be a series. I'm not 100% sure about that. But I know there's at least a second book to this. So I thought I'd give it a try. It's a nice, big, floppy paperback. So why not, right? And then I got The Passenger by Lisa Lutz. I've heard about this one. This is a thriller. It's actually pretty short thriller. But I've heard good things about that one too. So why not? And then Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This book is in perfect condition. It is a hardback. It is perfect. Like, whew, and I paid $4 for it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump on this one. I still have yet to read anything by Marissa Meyer, and I need to rectify that for real. So that is what I got at that one. Now let's talk prices. Okay, so it seems like maybe the first Goodwill that I went to, the smaller one, their prices are a little bit cheaper. I did pay a little bit less per book at that one than I did at the one I just went to, even though at both of them I got one hardback and two paperbacks. Usually all the paperbacks are the same price, all the hardbacks are the same price. And so at the previous one, I got 3 books for $8. So that averages out to about $2.66 a piece. And then at this one here, the one I just hauled, I got 3 books for $11, and that averages out to about $3.66 a piece. So that's pretty good, right? Those are like really good prices, especially for some of these that are really popular and, you know, hardbacks that are in perfect condition. Like, I'm going to take that. And yeah, so overall, pretty good. That was a pretty good shopping experience. So that's awesome. I'm trying not to do this too often anymore, because almost every time I walk into a Goodwill, I find books that I want and I get them. But I encourage you guys to check out your local Goodwills and see what's there, especially if you haven't done it before. You might be surprised at the selection that they have there. And a lot of people, you know, when they donate their books, they just take everything to Goodwill. It's kind of a one-stop donation place. And so a lot of times when people are unhauling stuff and they're taking books, they will take them to Goodwill, especially if you live in an area that doesn't have a specific used bookstore like Half Price Books or something. I don't have anything like that here. I do have a used bookstore here, but it's not close to my house. And it's not super cheap either. They are kind of a little bit more on the expensive side. So I don't go out there too often, but every once in a while I do. So that is my Goodwill shopping experience for today. That is pretty average when I do go Goodwill shopping. You know, I'll usually find a few books. And I wanted to share that experience with you because that's where I do majority of my shopping is on Goodwill. And I just wanted to kind of show you what could be out there. And I encourage you to go check out yours because it's a great place to find cheap books. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.